Here's one solo 401k feature I'd pass on. This is financial planner Sean Mullaney. Let's discuss. So you may be aware that solo 401ks are evolving, and now it's at least theoretically possible to find a plan provider that can offer to you a Roth employer contribution to a solo 401k. This is a relatively new development, and not all plan providers offer it. I would say this is probably something most folks don't want to take advantage of. And I've got two main reasons for it. The first main reason for it is I think it's bad planning for most solopreneurs. I say that because most solopreneurs in their working years are going to be in their higher earning years. And the odds are that employer contribution from a tax planning perspective is going to be better deployed in a deductible traditional contribution than in a Roth contribution. Done a lot of content on the channel about how in retirement, those traditional retirement account contributions tend to be lightly taxed when they come out of a 401k or a traditional IRA. So why are we doing these Roth contributions when we're foregoing a tax deduction in our working years? I'm guessing for most Americans, the odds are the retirement account contributions, when they come out of those traditional retirement accounts, are going to be taxed at an effective rate that could be substantially less than the marginal rate you pay or you get, the benefit you get when you make the deductible employer contribution on the way in. And I know there's the qualified business income deduction out there that can mitigate that thing a little bit. I get that. But I just don't know that having money in a Roth employer solo 401k is going to make a lot of sense. And if you really want the money in the Roth, you might be able to do a Roth IRA at home during your working years. You might be able to do employee contributions to the Roth solo 401k. So I think from a planning perspective, it's just not the best planning. It's certainly not the most attractive planning, in my opinion. Okay, so that's one reason I would be leery about signing up for the Roth solo 401k employer contribution. The second reason is some legal uncertainty. So there was a court case earlier this year, Texas v. Garland, great court case out of a district court in, I believe it was Lubbock, Texas. And in that court case, the judge wrote a 120-page opinion that's very well reasoned, and it says, you know what, when they passed all those laws back in December of 2022, the omnibus bill, which included Secure 2.0, they didn't abide by what's called the quorum clause. It's part of the U.S. federal it's part of the Constitution, and that quorum clause basically means that that the House of Representatives, to enact legislation, has to have 50% plus one of their members physically present. It appears they did not. That doesn't even seem to be in dispute. And his legal reasoning is very convincing. What that means is down the road, somebody else might sue about Secure 2.0. The Texas court case has nothing to do with Secure 2.0. It has to do with certain provisions as applied to the state of Texas. The judge said, well, because of this quorum clause issue, the omnibus, as it applies to the state of Texas, these certain provisions we're going to invalidate. Well, the thing about it is, yes, it doesn't invalidate Secure 2.0, but another litigant could say, oh, I don't like this in Secure 2.0, and especially the denial of the tax deduction for 401k catch-up contributions could be the what causes this to happen. Somebody's going to pick up the Texas court case decision and say, hey, judge, this other judge already decided this issue. Please invalidate Secure 2.0 because it's going to increase my taxes because I can't deduct a catch-up contribution to a 401k. Well, if that happens, and that's speculative, right? I'm just looking into the future and saying, hey, this is out there. It's a concern. It's a doubt point. Well, if that happens, all of a sudden, the rest of Secure 2.0 could be invalidated, and that includes this Roth solo 401k employer contribution. So why do I want to sign up for something that may not be the best tax planning anyway, and, oh, by the way, could be going the way of the dodo based on future quorum clause litigation around Secure 2.0. There's at least some risk there. It's hard to gauge that risk, but there's at least some risk there. So for those two reasons, I tend to say, solo 401ks, I don't know that they really need these Roth employer contributions. Let me know what you think in the comments below. Thanks so much for watching this video. If you liked it, please mash that like button and subscribe to my channel. I'll see you next time.